Hello from the dung heap, everybody. These are my friends. A lot of
Hi,
them.
friends.
There he is. Hi, sweetie.
Hello. Good morning, everybody.
And we're live. Hello. SPTV. Hello. Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. I am so excited. I'm so looking forward to this. We have the amazing guest today, and she is a huge part of this community and very beloved. Funny as you know what. And I just love her. So without further ado, we have the amazing Cheryl. Hi.
Hello, chat. Hello. Oh, Mischief Managed. Hello, me. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me, Marilyn. How are you today?
Good. We got our crocheting.
Yes.
All right.
I've got half a man right now. His bottom bit. We're doing the bottom bit.
I love the color. So you're making a.
I know, isn't that pretty? It's like it's the heart. It's the color of the heart chakra, a pleasant green for peace and love, because that's what we're sharing is lots of peace and love and crochet.
So okay, I have tons of things going at once. I've got my dishcloths going.
Oh,
and keep showing everybody. I've got these little. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's pretty.
He's just missing his head. That's coming.
I love that color.
So, how many projects do you have going at once then?
God. I'm sure I have some in the back room that I forgot about for years, but I've got my little loons going, my little duckies.
I love those.
And then I've got my dishcloths. I've got a Rodney I'm working on in the other room. Excuse me, I'll have to do a Zenu Marlene. And okay, so I'm working on something. It is for Halloween. It's like part of my costume, and I want to do a giveaway. So I want to give a mug to whoever can guess it first what I'm making. So if anybody has guesses, Giorgio, if you could star the guesses, just say guess, and then what do you think I'm making for Halloween?
Well, for right now, it looks like a tam o' shanter, which I don't know. Only the Scottish people will understand what that is because of the shape of it. It's like that boat-shaped hat that the Scots wear. That's what it looks like for right now. Or yeah, no, I couldn't tell.
All right, well, I'll try to start making it bigger, or maybe somebody will guess. I might have to give some hints as I go along. So
yeah, because for right now, it looks like a gray tam o' shanter to me.
Okay, so we got our crocheting and we've got our. Can you read that?
Oh! See, I need one of those cups. That's what I need.
Definitely do.
I don't understand how I don't have one of those because I've got my tea in my Miami cup from Miami.
Oh, I'm jello. I love it. So we got our tea.
Tea,
so
crochet.
So how are you doing? What's going on?
Well,
whatever you want to share.
Where do I want to start is very different from where I am going to start.
Okay, gotcha.
We've just been through 2 massive hurricanes here. So, and I'm a Brit that's lived in California most of my life. And so I'm used to earthquakes and weirdos, and that's about it. And now I have hurricanes. So thank God I have those damn shots, because it's the weirdest thing. An earthquake, things will start shaking, and within 10 seconds, you're like, okay, it's done. You might have an aftershock. That's a bit scary, but then boom, it's done. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
A hurricane, Marilyn, is like, the Grim Reaper is on his way.
Coming. Yeah.
It's calm outside. You can't hear any birds. It's so eerie. It's so weird. All the birds have like scattered. Everything's very quiet. And you just have this impending sense of doom.
Yeah.
And you're just filling anything with water so you can have as much water. And you just sit there. And so what I do for anxiety, that's where I'd like to talk about how crochet saved your life, because it saved mine. When I was having mental breakdowns, the one thing to get my mind off of everything was to crochet. If I could focus on one thing,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be having, those CPTSD brain attacks. So crocheting always helped me not be a mental case. So I just sat there with my headlamp on, crocheting, waiting for the damn thing to come. And so it came, and we're lucky because I'm in a big, very strong building, but a lot of people are still picking up. We still really can't go out. All the beaches are trashed. There's a lot of buildings and homes. There's still a lot of trash on the streets. They picked it up and it's on the sidewalks, but there's just stuff everywhere. You don't want to get in anyone's way. The stores aren't completely open yet, or that half the electricity's on. It's not all filled with, we're still suffering a bit. So I'm just sitting at home watching as whatever I can to make me laugh and crocheting. I've made the box of body thetans. I am going to open a bloody Etsy store because they're starting to take up all this space.
Yeah, you should. Absolutely. You'll definitely. Oh, George wants one.
Oh yes. No, I've got one for you, George. Absolutely. So that was me. I've just been dealing with tea time, ladies. Absolutely. It's always tea time at my house.
Who'd you with? Zena Marlene?
Zena Marlene.
I thought that was so hilarious that Aaron was doing that the other night with everybody.
I know, wasn't it? That was adorable. I know. And see, the thing we do here, one of the things we do, and now I live in the South now. I know in California we never had earthquake parties. But when you know that a hurricane is coming, the one thing people do here a lot is drink. What else are you going to do? Anyone remember COVID? Anyone remember being stuck in your house, not being able to do anything? You're going to start cooking sourdough bread, and you're going to start knocking back a beer or two. You're going to do something. We here with my roommate, we had a hurricane party. I got some gluten-free pizza and some ginger ale. Lots of tea and some extra gummies. Well, they were cookies, but gummies, if you know what I mean. And that's how we did the hurricane party. So, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have hurricanes here, but we have blizzard parties. We have we call it prepper parties. So we go, we got to go to the store. You got to get batteries and anything you need, like food. It's crazy. And like as soon as we find out there is one, you got to go to the store, or else you're going to be out of everything. So we do that. I always bought a lot of popcorn because my kids used to love to make when the power, because the power is going to go out, right? So they love to make camp corn, they call it. And so we have a stove that you light it's a gas stove. It has a igniter. Right. You can bypass it with, a stick match. So we did that. We have a wood stove. We have a gravity feed from the mountain. So we're fine. Like we can live for a long time. Duncan stocks up on chickpeas and corn. And I don't know why he loves chickpeas. We have it to this day. We still have cans of mandarin oranges. I'm like, what are we going to do with mandarin? You never know. I'm like, how can you live?
Marilyn,
they were on sale.
Cans of chickpeas and cans of mandarin oranges. What I started shoving in it. I love chickpeas and I love mandarin oranges. Is he my long lost brother?
I don't know, but we pick on him so bad that Austin actually picks up his guitar and makes like little ditties about his dad. He's like, this old song, like he's got this song, he's like chickpeas and corn, chickpeas and corn. Since the day I was born, it's chickpeas and corn. And then he got dirty with it. He's like chickpeas and corn. It's better than POR. It rhymes with corn. I love my chickpeas and corn.
Oh, that's really cute.
Sometimes you put it in a tuna.
That's funny.
Oh, come on, Hef. You know you're singing it now. You know it's going to go viral.
Oh, we know he needs to really like release that song like as a full song, because I would definitely be singing that one in the shower. Trust me. Oh my God, that's so funny. Well, in Spain, growing up, we eat a lot of chickpeas over there, and they're protein. So when you don't have any,
yeah.
Now the corn, that's a lot of carbs, but I get it.
Well, he works it up. He climbs mountains and he works. Like now that he's retired, he works even harder than he was.
Like he's building a house. Yeah. That requires different calorie intake than this.
Yeah. So him with his potatoes every night, I'm like, dude, I cannot eat like that every night.
No, see, this is why I don't. I put on weight if I have someone in my life, because they eat real food. I eat like a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't like having people around because I'm just going to put on weight.
when he goes up to the lake with his brother, then I just kind of graze, just ate chick food,
Right. I try and find just chunks of protein here and there, and that's what I do. I try and do that.
Yeah. So okay, it's been 15 minutes. How about if I'll give a what do you call it? Like a hint every 15 minutes until somebody gets it. Okay. So all right, hint. It's like this. So it's like a hat, right?
See, it is a tam o' shanter. See, a sideways one.
Oh,
Okay.
that is.
Oh, you don't?
It's gray. It's not a wolf. I was a wolf last year. It's not even an animal. Come on, guys.
Oh, it's not.
No.
Oh, okay.
All right, let somebody else guess.
Right. Okay, because Stay Spiria said something earlier that made sense. No, okay, so it's not what she said. I thought she might.
I don't know. I haven't seen. Let me check.
It's an animal. She chose an animal.
It's not an animal.
Okay, she said Neil the Seal, who is
hilarious,
by the way.
Oh my God, that would have been a great idea, and it's gray. Oh. I almost want to change it.
I know, because that one would be kind of easy, really.
But it doesn't have. Yeah, it would, because then I could just make a round thing. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Let me see if anybody's guessed it yet. Oh, first of all, I have a new member. Do you have members yet? Are you monetized?
No, not yet. No.
Are you monetized?
No, not yet.
Oh my God, you gotta get monetized. Thank you so much, Seal Clap. Speaking of Neil the Seal Clap. Hey, thank you so much, Seal Belf. I love Seal Belf.
I know.
I got a new cub. I'm so excited. Thank you.
A dead penis, Doug. Are they flat when they die? Is that what happens to them? Do you see what Doug wrote?
No. I see. We would do a Halloween scary movie. Oh, wait, hold on. I have so many.
No, it's like, yeah.
Way down.
Oh, James Steele.
Georgie, if you see it, you can put it up.
Can I do it?
No, I don't think I gave you the clicker because it's complicated to try to get you,
right. Yeah.
Well, sailor hat, not a sailor hat. No, oh, that's a good guess. A tombstone. You guys are so smart. These are amazing.
To me, it looks like a box.
A box. Okay. Well, right now it's like just basically a rectangle.
Right. It looks like
my head.
It could be a box or not.
Yeah, Hav's met my kids. They're crazy.
Inappropriate ever. She is.
Okay.
She goes, I'm trying to go through all our sarcastic conversations to try to guess.
Okay, I'll give you another guess, just even though it's only been 2 minutes. Okay, so it's like this, right?
Right.
And it's going to have more of like a face kind of down into my face. And it's going to have, All right, don't you guess because I'm gonna try to get the cat to guess, but I'll give you a mug anyways. So it's gonna have squigglies sticking out, like little. I have these little tubes I'm making with it's gonna be kind of long cylinders sticking out of the hat.
All I
Somebody's gonna
can
guess
think
it. Come on,
a
come
cat
on.
toy. My cat would go
A
nuts.
cat
for
toy.
that.
Come on, somebody guessed it. Somebody guessed it.
Oh, they did?
No, not yet. Headband.
Oh, okay.
Just a Northern girl. You won. Are you the first one that said it? Is she
Are
the first
you?
one?
Oh, of course. Oh my God, I'm such a dork. Of
Yeah.
course.
So it's going to be a really large version.
That is
Of the
awesome.
bobblehead. Oh, sorry, his eye is all messed up, but yeah. So
That is so good. I can't
it's going to
even.
be like
A Xenu. The South Park one. Oh, I love it. I love it.
yeah,
That's
I
the
love
best.
the South Park one. I love it.
That's the best. Well, because up until then, I'd never really seen Xenu. I just kind of pictured him in my head, and he wasn't the green guy everyone thinks,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
Because no, my dad, we have a little gray in the house. My dad was convinced he had a little gray Martian attached to him.
Mm-hmm.
He brought him all the. Oh God. Anyway, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just little body thetans that stick to you. But Xenu, yeah, Xenu, he was more of a.
Yeah, so I Xenu, and you're the body fan. You have the body fan.
That's gonna be so funny. Sharona was the first to say Xenu. Joe Buchanan says that Sharona was the first one to say it.
Okay, and was Northern Girl the second one?
I think so, because
All
that's
right, let
what
me
Joe
find out.
Buchanan says.
Sharona's the first one. Okay, Sharona and
Scottish
Northern
Sharona.
Girl. Email me at coffeecultsandcrafts@gmail.com and I'll give you both a mug. I'll send it.
A Scottish alien. Aye.
Just email me and I will send you the link. You don't have to give me your address or anything. Fourth Wall will do it. So
Congratulations. Well done. That's so funny. That's awesome.
Okay, I've got some great questions for you.
Ooh.
So we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty and see where it takes us because you have a lot of insight. We've been talking about things like narcissism and gaslighting and stuff like that. And I know you have a lot of experience with, that kind of thing because, you had relatives that were like that. And so did I. I had a special cult leader that is the epitome of narcissistic personality. So
right,
let's talk about it.
So my mom, from generational trauma, she grew up during the war in England, the World War II. So that was rough. And she had narcissistic personality disorder from just trying to survive. So, of course, I understood this when I got older and grew up and went to therapy, because until then I just blamed her for everything nasty she ever said. But so my mom had NPD, and then my dad and his side of the family were all Scientologists. And as we know, Scientology removes any natural instinct regarding empathy, love, kindness. Love, they still have, it's a different way than we do. But they take away all the kindness and all the sympathy and empathy. You're not allowed to have sympathetic feelings for anyone, or if someone's on the floor, you just kind of step over them and tell them to just, get up. You can do it.
Yeah, right.
So I speak from experience on both sides. My brother is currently in, since my mom's passed, it's been a couple of years. He's still in therapy, doing EMDR to get through the MPD that we both suffered. I already had a lot of therapy. I've done it. I've done a lot of therapy. And this is, I know I still need some more, but, and I know how hard it is when you're in therapy, when you start bringing up things. It can really upset you. It can really get you. It puts your whole system into an alarm, and it's hard. Going through therapy isn't easy. It doesn't heal you right off the bat. It's hard work. You have to do the shadow work. Just going in and telling your therapist whatever you feel like and not actually telling them the truth never gets you anywhere. You have to tell them, like, you really have to go in and find things about yourself you don't like, you know, to be able to wipe the slate clean and come to understand everything that happened to you and how you took it all in. So my mom, yeah, Dusty. See, I knew it was you. Freaking Dusty just called me 3 times.
Oh,
So
well, here she is, Dusty. It's all right.
My
You found
dad
it.
sent us away because my mom didn't really want to become a Scientologist. So Scientology told him to disconnect, get rid of us because we were SPs. I was a baby, but I was already an SP at 15 months. So we went back to England where other things happened. But there, my mom, she was just a young single mom trying to survive in the 70s. And she had this MPD from just growing up in, like I said, coming through the war in England. Life wasn't easy for her, but she was really effing mean. She was, it was really hard. Because when you're a child, you have natural instincts. And I can talk about this about Scientology too, because this is being a Scientologist is the same as my mom was just being a regular person with MPD. You're not allowed to show your feelings as a child. If I got upset, I wasn't, oh, shut up or I'll give you something to cry about. A narcissistic parent will always try and have reign over your feelings. You have to feel the feelings you're told to feel. You can't feel that way. So, and that's where the gaslighting starts, and you have to start disassociating from your own body and your own, like, okay, but this is what I think is real. Okay, but you're telling me this is true. Okay, well, all right. And you just follow and do what that parent says, even though you look to the periphery going, what the fuck is going on? This isn't normal. This isn't right. So you have this sense of things aren't right, which is trauma. And then the parent who's constantly telling you how you are and who you are to be. It's very, very difficult to grow up with someone like that. Then they do another thing, which is they pick out a black sheep. So my mom had 2 kids, me and my stepbrother. We're both from different fathers. But when she would get upset and she always needed validation. This is why she was so NPD. She always needed validation. She would act like she didn't and she knew better, but she was always seeking validation from someone. So to get that for herself, she would pick one child was the black sheep and the other one was the golden child. The sun shone out of his ass. Well, who's the one that did drugs and hung out on the street? Me. Who's the one that went to Berkeley and did really well at school? My brother. And that's because she guided us that way. I reminded her of my dad, which she always told me. So to her, it was this constant narcissistic fight with my dad. That's who I was to her. He wasn't there, but I was in his place. So she just, just kept attacking me. All the stuff she hated him for. Oh no, he's awake. Oh no, he's awake. He's gonna stop biting me. Oh God, kitty. Sorry.
That's okay. We love kitties and doggies.
Yeah, we should. Oh, he's gonna knock over the hats. Okay.
I think she's catching up. Chickpeas and corn.
Chickpea, yeah, I love chickpeas. I'm sorry. Fried chickpeas, roasted chickpea. Oh my God, they're so good.
Oh yeah, I like them but it would probably break my tooth again. But because pretzels did, but I love them in the air fryer. You can put seasoned salt and stuff, make little they're crispy. Yeah.
And it's a healthy snack. So you're not trying to eat all this other carb stuff, which I love, but I'm trying not to. Hi, buddy. Say hi to everyone. Hi, Chad. Hi, Marilyn. Okay, go, honey.
So George is being very ambitious. He's got 40 things start. So you mind if I put things up as we go along, and it'll kind of give us some conversation pieces.
Since
Let's see.
in
Oh, the Journey
group,
2020. Maybe not a popular idea or opinion, but if someone asks you to do something and you do it, then blame the person for asking. Can you say you were gaslit? I don't know.
if you ask someone,
If someone asks you to do something and you do it and you blame the other person,
and
you
you
did
blame
it
what
because
blame,
someone manipulated you into doing it. Like, yeah,
I'm
I think
getting this.
it's
Am I
like,
not understanding it?
yeah. Well, because but you know how there seems to be, especially in this space lately, is every week there seems to be like a new buzzword or a phrase that's being thrown around, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like now it's like, oh, this person's a narcissist. They made you do it, or they influenced you, or they coerced you into doing something. And I think it, as a child and parent, like what you're talking about, that is definitely valid because they are, or somebody you live with. But
Yeah.
somebody you're just on YouTube with, I don't know that, I don't want to use a lot of
No,
names.
a narcissist has a hold over you. A
Yeah,
narcissist has an emotional hold over you.
right.
They are so good at manipulating human behavior and just human instinct. They like when I used to listen to Doug and HG Tudor, I'd just sit there frigging crying because they were just explaining my mom.
So,
A narcissist isn't just a bossy friend who tells you to go put your pink shoes on. Don't wear the black ones today. You got to wear your pink shoes. No, that's just a pissy, bossy friend. A narcissist actually has a emotional hold on you. So for someone to be a narcissist in your life, they are someone that you are kind of close to. Well, you don't necessarily have to be that close, but like I'm saying, they know how to manipulate you. They see your buttons. They read you from, like empaths. They read you from top to bottom, and they see how they can get in there to make you do stuff without you knowing.
right.
That's a narcissist, not
Right.
just a bossy, pissy friend.
Right. Or somebody that is like sort of peripheral to your life, not exactly like a best friend or somebody you live with or what, but somebody, because somebody is has other people that don't like them, all of a sudden, like, let's put it on the table. Aaron, I mean, I didn't want to bring him up, but since the
Here we
elephant in the
are.
room,
Here we
It's all
are.
Aaron's fault. I feel like if I defend myself, somehow I'm defending Aaron, and that really isn't true because I'm not connected to him emotionally. Oh, we're friends.
Right.
We're, I think, more of like good friends as far as we chat and stuff, but I don't check in with him every day. If anybody could have an emotional influence on my life, good thing Kelly Copter's not a narcissist because
Right. Okay.
you
So
know what I mean?
our friends have emotional, they affect us
Yeah.
emotionally. That's why narcissism is so traumatizing, because it uses your natural, kind, loving instincts to fuck with you and take you out of your own feelings. So Aaron's never okay. I never text him or message him because I know how many people are constantly
Busy.
contacting
Yeah.
him daily.
Right.
I don't want to bother him with my stupid crap. Oh my God, I could be texting all kinds of people all day long because my head just doesn't stop. I have ADHD and my trauma made me very creative. So I never contact him. He never messages me. I think the only reason someone in the chat, okay, the reason I made that video last week is because someone in the chat, it wasn't that lady, the one that's losing her shit. It wasn't her I was talking about. It was someone in the chat who said about me, oh, that feral Cheryl's up Karen's ass. Aaron with a K.
Yeah. Why did they call him Karen? Oh, Karen. Okay.
Karen, get it? Right.
Yeah.
Because he's Karen. And I'm like, oh, am I up his ass? That would be a good video. Then I went over to his house because during the hurricane, after the hurricane, we had no power for 3 days. I had water. We had lots of water. I'd bought lots of water and toilet paper. We had as much toilet paper and water as we could possibly handle. But guess who the one person was that kindly invited me over to his house for showers, to charge up my instruments, and to eat. It was Karen. So while there were people sitting there making videos going, Karen, why don't you go pick Cheryl up? She doesn't have any water. She doesn't have any electricity. Well, I was actually sitting in his house with my roommate. He fed the two of us, by the way. He let us charge up all our stuff. I'd already taken a shower. We will find that with that. But, you know, he was letting us use his house if we needed to. We were only there for like a couple hours and we left. Who are the ones that checked up on me during the hurricane? So it was the Clearwater crew, Sandy, Dusty, Abraham, Aaron, Jenna, George. Did No send me one text? Did she care about me? Not one of them did. I got messages from Australia, from England, from Africa. I got messages from everyone worried about me. The only people blasting my name this week are not one person who cared about me during the hurricanes last week. But guess who did? The narcissist.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not speaking for him. This is my experience of last week. I don't speak for Aaron. I am not his mouthpiece. Neither is Marilyn. Neither is Natalie.
No.
Because guess what? You guys saying that about us, you make us sound like dumb, weak, stupid little women who don't have agency over their lives. We are stronger than you could ever be.
We tell Aaron what to do.
We tell Aaron what to do. We do. We tell him what to do. He doesn't tell. He's not once ever told me what to do. We are stronger. Us women in this community, I've met so many amazing. Sorry, Marilyn, I'm doing it though. But
go ahead.
I've met.
We're all friends here. You know what? If you need to talk, let's do it because
I know I'm busting.
Whatever
now.
you need to say, it's fine. It seems like everybody else can vent, so go for it.
I've been like in the past year, I've met some of the most amazing women, amazing people, even men. Sorry. I mean, everyone, even non-binaries. What am I saying? I've just met amazing people.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, I've been talking every day with women who are also traumatized. We have trauma dumped on each other. We have helped each other. I have friends now I text daily to give them support and give them love because they had a horrible life, just like me. So we support each other and we send love to each other every day. That's what this community's given me. That's what this community's given me. That's why I'm going to stand out here and do whatever I can to bring down Scientology because it ruined my damn family. But I'm going to speak up for myself. And I'm going to speak up for my girls. Because we don't need to be treated like this. We don't deserve it. We are very, very strong women. And we know what we're doing. We don't have men telling us or anyone telling us what to do. I don't have a hand up my ass directing me. Don't you ever get that twisted. Never. I held a man's words for 30 years. I held on to his silence and it almost killed me. Don't you ever tell me I'm speaking for someone, especially a man.
You had that narcissistic abuse as a child, as an adult, and now you see it. You can see it and recognize it, and you're not going to be under it anymore.
I
that's what I
recognize
see with you.
narcissism in 2 seconds flat. I can walk into a room and without even, I'm an empath. Without even speaking, I can pick the empath in the room because to me, it's just all red flags all day. I see it in the way they look, in the way they move, their body language. I am very aware of what narcissism is. And to me, Aaron doesn't have, I'm not a therapist. I've done a lot of therapy. To me, he's not a narcissist. He's not. And for people to go around bandy, I've done a lot of therapy. Don't you dare tell people what they need to do with their emotional self. That's really condescending. Suggest, help, guide, push along, love.
Yeah.
But don't tell them what to do. Wear the pink shoes today. You know what? Because people don't like being talked to like that. And it doesn't get anyone anywhere. We should be all here supporting each other and guiding each other. We've all been through horrible. The stories. And we haven't even heard from people in the chat, Marilyn. What we've been through. We know what we've been through. People
and they're all giving you a lot of support because there's so many that can relate, you know.
So that That girl took me out the other day. I was so upset. I was so upset. I really was not doing good. I really thought she's taking me back. I really was having a bad time. And then you called me, and Aaron called me, and everyone else called me. And I opened my email and my messages, the amount of love I've gotten from this community. That's what I'm here for. Not to receive it, but to give it and make others feel good. Because I know, like I said, what we've been through, we don't know what half of these people in the chat have been through, because they haven't been able to vocalize their pain. And they're here for a reason. They're here because they relate to us, and they get healing from us. I'm not here to upset anyone or make anyone's life difficult or be horrible to anyone. I just don't have it in. I don't. And I'm telling you, as much as I'm nice, I am evil. I can go the other way. I was raised with narcissists. I know how to go there, and I'm not gonna. It's not worth it to me for my own being. So if that group want to play like that, have at it. But you're going to give yourself a damn aneurysm. It's not good for your own emotional well-being. Calm down. Stop thinking about other people. Stop pointing the finger at other people when you're in pain, and do the shadow work. Look inside. That's the work. Not when you're standing there pointing at others. The actual work is done when you go inside. Look within. And it's not, it's looking within at your part in everything.
Right.
So I recognize narcissism, and I don't think Aaron's a narcissist, but that's just me. He's never asked me to do a damn thing for him. Like I said, I've asked him, and I could clout chase off of him all day if I wanted to. He's so kind. I could go over to his house anytime. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to bother him. I just live in the same town as Aaron. That's all. And everyone's there. Well, not everyone, but a bunch of people are just so disgusting. Oh, Cheryl, you could be so helpful to this movement. That's what was in the chat last night. Someone who's sitting at home telling me I could be helpful to this movement.
Right.
So
I'm
yeah,
just looking at all the love.
is there? I got to put my glasses on. Sorry, guys, I took them off because
You're beloved in this community, and you're funny. I mean, I think that laughter is the best medicine. You know, do you see something you want to bring
And that
up?
video wasn't about her. It was what someone said in the chat. Oh, Feral Cheryl's up Aaron's ass with a K. And I'm like, oh, instantly. Like, don't give me ideas. Don't give me ideas. It's exhausting to embrace hate and anger. It is. Okay, so this is it. When I went through therapy, of course, all the hate for my abuser came up. The guy that stole my childhood, and just all this hate comes up, and you got to put it somewhere. At that time, I got into it with my mom. The cops came. I got into it with my ex-husband. We separated. My life, and this was me in therapy. This was me healing. Healing ain't easy, and it ain't fun. Going through therapy from trauma in your life from childhood is excessively hard. So I give a lot of grace to them. I always have. I adore every single one of them.
Yeah.
And I relate with them too, partly because of my dad and his family. But don't sit there like they were so horrible the other day. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't, because I've given nothing but love and care to these people, and I don't understand why, because of someone else, a third party. So I got to explain the Scientology part of this.
Yeah. What is that about?
Well, they're being very Scientologies, because when you're upset as a Scientologist, you got to find who's your PTS, there's a third party. It's always that third person. So you've got to find that third person in your life and you got to disconnect. You got to handle it. So they're used to pointing the fingers when things go tits up. And to me, that's what they're doing. They're just pointing the fingers at others. And they're just looking for that PT. Aaron, it's all him. Aaron, it's all him. He's completely, utterly, he's the porthole to Hades. He is like, really? He's not. You just don't like him. You're a friend that's got into a beef with a buddy. He shouts at women. I've been with Aaron only a couple of times, and every time I've been with him, he's surrounded by women.
I've never been shouted at by Aaron, but I've been shouted at by a lot of women in this community lately, especially one. Yeah. I mean, is it okay? Is it okay to be sexist against women if you're a woman? Because I've heard it over and over, and not just from one person, from several people.
Yeah.
That, oh, Aaron's so terrible about women and he's mean to them and all that, and lumping us as what? Like, what does it matter if we're women? And Aaron's tall and big. Well, listen, I mean, I'm not as tall as Aaron, but I'm bigger than Aaron. And am I really scary? You know, like. I can be. So it's like, just because his size and he's a man,
and his voice is, he's loud. When he gets excited, he gets loud.
I get loud. So I'm getting loud right now.
This is what I want to explain to people. And I'm not, okay. He's a girl dad. He's got 3 daughters. He's always around women. He's around his ex-wife. He's around Jenna. Well, ex-wife, around Heather. With the girls. He's always around me, Sandy. And then George and Kai come in, and the boys start laughing and get loud. They get excited. I've never once seen him yell at anyone.
Now, why aren't they being manipulated? Why is it just us?
Oh, that's such a good, yeah. I wonder. They don't seem to be, because those girls, they've got their daddy wrapped around their little finger. They know exactly what to do with him. So I don't see him manipulating anyone. His daughters know how to get to him. It's really adorable. He's a girl dad. And the way they're talking about him is really disgusting. Now, I don't have an affinity for men. I am. So for me to be actually standing up for one is a huge deal. Okay, guys? But I'm sick and tired of the way they're portraying him. The narrative they're trying to put out. He's huge. I mean, even every time I see him, he's really tall. And, you know, he's got a presence. But he's never shouted at me. I've never seen him shout at his wife. I've never seen him shout at his girls, other than, hey, bring it down a bit. You know, just normal dad. Yeah. So the narrative that they're trying to spin is kind of, it's very Scientology. It's just Scientology. It's the dead agenting crap. My dad would do that. Oh my God, my dad did that with the neighbors. So me and this one neighbor downstairs, Irene, this older lady down there, she's the building captain. So she kind of you know, if anyone has a little concern, they go to her. Well, when my dad first moved in, he kind of instant 2D. Oh, yes, me and Irene, we had a connection, because, you know, Scientology, that's how they do. Oh, we had a connection. And they went out to dinner. And she obviously noticed very soon that he was an annoying, obnoxious, not a normal person. So they didn't go back out to dinner. So from then on, she was a hoe. She kept going into everyone's apartments. Don't you see her? Going into everyone's. This is my dad, dead agenting a neighbor. Mm-hmm. So they do this in every area of life. It spills over. It's not just people in Scientology and the Sea Org and this, that, and the other. If they are Scientologists, this is what they do. It spills over into every facet of their life. They look for that PTS person. They're always blaming other people. They can't take responsibility for themselves, and it's very unattractive.
So
and
what I see it, to put it in non-Scientological terms, what I see, excuse me, as bullying, harassment, projecting. I mean, yes. It does make me think, like, okay, this whole, like, oh, they're being Scientology. No, they're just being the worst of humanity. It's like, because, you know, something that Serge always says, it really, really makes me think, like, oh, this is true. That he institutionalized some of the worst parts of humanity. He institutionalized child abuse. He institutionalized bullying and harassment and all this abuse. It's like, so thus says the source. It's like, oh my God. So yeah, you're actually being trained to behave
Yeah.
like that, and it's acceptable.
The bull baiting alone in the TRs, the bull baiting is horrifying, and it's to drop your natural instinct of wanting to, self-survival and punch someone in the face. You drop all those natural instincts and you just become a bully. And that's the beginning. So yeah, right off the bat, they're turning you into the worst part of humanity, the worst natural instincts, bullying, piling on, yeah, all of that stuff. It's really unattractive.
Yeah, I've seen a pattern, and I'll be honest right now. I did kind of fall into it when I got so enraged over the things I was seeing. With how you know, just examples is like the Aftermath Foundation. They they hired a lawyer to insult and bully a a social worker and a victim. Fleas and dogs, right? They basically encouraged, or at least didn't stop Stephanie from just releasing, all the venom. And what's really funny is I don't mind saying this, is I recently, had a really I guess cordial, I don't know, just civil. I'll call it civil conversation. We still disagree on almost everything, but we did have a civil conversation. She emailed me yesterday to ask me some questions about like how I have in her eyes a double standard when it comes to the two foundations. And I was like, you don't see what goes on behind the scenes. I could not reason with Mike Rinder. He just wants to destroy Aaron at every cost. Aaron does not want to destroy, anybody at any cost that I've seen, and he just defends himself. And he has been open to a lot of input, even when it comes to the SPTV Foundation. So
Right.
I don't see it as the same, but yeah, we don't talk about it in public all the time, but I have been able to go to him and I have been able to give some input, and he's never yelled at me or told me, made me scared, or made me feel like I can't ask him a question or even say, hey, make like a constructive criticism. That's been my experience. Maybe it's not other people's experience, but it's been mine. So I told Stephanie, like, listen, the reason I'm even talking to her is because I think deep down she's not really a terrible. I know I'm saying something nice about Stephanie, but I think that she just wants people to like her and
Yes.
Mike Rinder and everything. And
Yeah.
I think that she's not always wrong. There's some things that she's written things about that
Right.
me. Okay.
No,
Gotcha.
two things can exist at the same time.
Right.
My abuser, everyone in his job loved him. He was funny. Everyone thought he was a great guy. But at home behind the scenes, he was doing things to children that was just like, so
Yeah.
two things can exist at once. I'm sure Stephanie is really freaking nice. And then there's this side of her. Go. We need to bring down another, because still
Yeah.
she's in Reddit.
I don't even look in there. And I was like,
No, neither
listen,
do I.
I just told her, hey, if you're fishing for, if you're looking for a gotcha or a aha moment with me, I'm not even and to run to Reddit with, because I don't read it. I don't give a shit anymore. I really don't even go in there.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
very
it's been
much happier. But I'm seeing, even with people that I thought I was close to, and I hope I will be again, but I don't know. There's this like almost this thing where like, we got to prove this. We got to bring Aaron down. We're going to, all this like stuff behind the scenes is like, I feel like it's a orchestrated
Thank
thing
you.
where like
It's a
now
concerted, orchestrated effort.
it is, and you've got second gens involved now. You've got Reddit trolls. You've got OSA involved in this. So do you want to align yourself with OSA? I think it's happening. I think it's happening, and it's just really, really sad.
Well, it is, because I just don't see the evidence of what they're saying. Now, they may be projecting their own feelings. They've had experiences in their life with someone, and maybe Aaron reminds them of that person. And that's why they're like, he's a monster. He's the epitome of evil.
Well, if he's a monster, they can just stay away from them. Why do we have to try to bring each other down actively?
Well, that's it. Why do they keep watching them?
Stay away from him.
They keep watching. They still watching because they're still typing up, I hate him so much. Can you believe what he said last night? It's like, oh, he sat on his porch having a drink and a cigar. I did not know that was illegal. Do you know how many nights I sit on my porch and I smoke me a fatty and I have a cup of tea? Pretty much every night. So I don't know if I should have just let that out the bag because wow, I wonder what people are going to run away with now. Like, yeah, in the middle of a hurricane, what else are you going to do? Why not have a scotch and have a cigar? Freaking enjoy it because you might lose your house. So, yeah, I'm going to enjoy my last few minutes on Earth. Jesus, people are so... it's just they complaining about the tiniest, pettiest things. And then they call him a narcissist. And like, okay, none of that makes a person a narcissist.
Yeah, and you know what? Like neither of us told Aaron we're gonna go. I didn't even know we were gonna even talk about him. I didn't even know we were gonna mention his name. So it's not like he's like, oh, can you guys put in the good word for me? No, I haven't even talked to him. So
right, yeah, no.
What do you think about this? There's only one issue from Elizabeth Davis, PSD candidate. All right,
yeah, he's imperfect.
Aaron is amazing, but he's imperfect. We all are. But yeah, it could be jealousy. I don't know. It's like
we're all imperfect. Let's give each other some freaking grace. And if it is jealousy, well, then do better in your freaking content. I don't know.
Well, it just seems like because he's successful, he's
been doing it for 9 years.
He's fair game though, because he doesn't have feelings. He doesn't have, and like I said the other night, this is how I feel: is that the never ends are kind of the last to be allowed to be a little nuts, here we are, right? But we have trauma too, we're not allowed to get triggered. It's always like give grace to the survivors. Well, we all survived something. Can we just be decent to each other? Everybody, no matter where you came from,
Right. Each one of us at some point have had some kind of trauma. Some people more than others. Where, and a lot of people come here because they feel it makes them feel better. They feel understood. They feel supported. And to try and tell us that, I don't know. The way they're talking about it, it's like it's the complete opposite. I don't get it. I'm really confused, Marilyn. And then sometimes I think, am I not understanding this? Is my ADHD like twisting? I'm not understanding. And I see some comments that are just, they don't make any freaking sense.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I saw a comment about me trying to be the moral authority. Like, oh, she thinks she's the moral authority.
Really?
No, whenever I talk about any concept that like I'm learning about, I was like, I am talking to myself. These are things I struggle with. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to live. I'm just saying this is what I've experienced and what I'm learning. And I am very open to input and constructive criticism because I'm still healing. I'm still growing.
Right. This is people attributing they're attributing their emotional projections on you. You know what I mean? That's what, oh, you're not doing what I want. It kind of thing is. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting very.
It's all right. I mean, yeah,
because people are misconstruing and they're twisting things in the most ridiculous of way, without heart, without any empathy. They're not thinking, hey, these people were all hurt at some point. Even never-ends. That's why never-ends are here. Not everyone in here has had a shiny golden life. We've all had some kind of trauma. So we need to be kind to each other. We need to give each other a little bit of grace. Like, oh, wow, okay. They messed up. Let me give them a hug instead of pointing a finger at them and screaming about what they're doing wrong. Let me give them a hug. I just want to hug everyone. That's basically what I want to do. And it hurts to hug people. but I just want to hug everyone. And I've been in such a fibro flare since the
Yeah, me too. And I know what you mean by it hurts to hug, because even when Duncan comes by and just touches my arm, I'm like, ow, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
no.
And it's like,
Don't touch the bone. Don't get the bone. Don't touch, and maybe near where there's some chunkiness. Don't touch me any with my ribs. Oh, don't. No.
yeah, my waist, my ribs. Yeah. So George has starred 65.
Oh, hey.
So we'll go through and talk about. So we have our two winners, I think. So if they can email me, and then we have Kathy Mitchell. This was, oh God, almost an hour ago. So excited to catch you two ladies live. Love you both.
Thank you,
Okay.
Kathy.
Thank you. Asen is working on her current project. Is Clara Nutcracker from the Disney movie The Nutcracker and the Four Realms? Oh my God, you gotta send us pictures. I love her work.
Asen's talent is unreal. I got goosebumps. Oh my God, I got goosebumps. She gives me goosebumps and stuff that she does.
Yeah, her stuff is just stunningly beautiful, amazing,
unbelievable.
Yeah, Mission says, yeah, the calm before the storm is really creepy, and I was messing, I was worried because I asked you how you were doing, and then I was like, has anybody heard from Jerry? Because I know it was going right towards Sarasota. Sarasota, Jerry, he said the eye went right over his house.
Yes,
eye of the storm. It's crazy.
I know. We were all, see, all of us Clearwater crew were all in touch with each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was scary. It was, because you feel like the Grim Reaper's coming to get you, and there's nothing you can do. You can't leave. There's no gas. There's nothing. You can't go anywhere. So it's the weirdest. It's a really weird feeling before a hurricane.
Wow. George just lost his power. He said he'll come back.
Oh,
James
no.
Steele said, Auntie Farrah Cheryl sings, ghouls just want to have fun. Lifestyle of the witch and fame. Ghouls just want to have fun. That's right.
That's a good one. I'm going to sing
I
that.
love this comment. Generic elder millennial Pat Mom. Hi there. Crochet is one of the main ways that I manage my anxiety. The more I need to count stitches, the less I can focus on intensive thoughts and obsessive scenario planning. Yeah, it's totally self-care. It really is. And to me, it gives me that like kind of dopamine rush, because I'm like, I get so excited, about the finished product.
Me too. I can't wait to get home because I can see it and I'm like, I just want to get into it.
While we're talking.
Right. When you're in fight or flight from trauma, you have the intrusive thought. So you have like a thought every 3 seconds, and they're not usually kind thoughts. They're not nice. They're not nice. So the one way to shut them off is to, number one, I need to have the TV on or something, someone talking in the background, and then crochet.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I'm not listening, but I'm counting, that counting is very soothing and would actually help me not go out and stab people.
Well, it is very meditative. It's just kind of like
very.
And I don't mind doing tedious things. Like you could take like a bucket and just throw like all different colored paper clips in front of me. And I would just I would sort the fucking paper clips.
All day. Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally understand that one.
It's great. Yeah, I'm a little off like that, but
wait, Peter Anderson, for Feral Cheryl, when Liz and Lara became aware that you were in their childhood chat, why did you leave? Would you go back? Would you go back and watch what Lara and Liz had to say to you? No, I'm not going to go back and watch. No, I'm not. I left because they were being very unkind and they were about to. Lara totally got it wrong. And yeah, I'm not even going to do this now. But
yeah, you don't have to.
Lara took it. See, she twisted it the wrong way, took my comment the wrong way. I was talking to someone else in the chat, not her. And I didn't like what she said. And I love Lara. I've met Lara. I've been around Lara.
I see the picture of you hugging. It's beautiful.
That upset me was her response. That really broke me. So thank you, Peter. No, I'm not going to go back and watch. No, I don't need to. Thanks for the trauma. I don't need it to relive that.
Yeah. I mean, if it triggers you, you don't have to. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like being around people. My mom was nasty to me as a child growing up. The one person who's supposed to have your safety and security in their hands. And my mother treated me. It was just, she batted me around. It was horrible. So I'm 59 now. No one gets to do that to me anymore. No one. I did a lot of therapy, and I learned a thing called boundaries. And I learned when people are just wasting my energy and my time, and I just don't need to. I don't have that much left. I'm old now. I need it for crocheting body thetans.
That's right. That's what you need. Use your energy for. And then we have Koala Crafts. We got a lot of crafty people in here. I love it. Good day, everyone from French Polynesia. Well,
Hello, Koala Crafts. I love that.
I love it. Oh, say, Journey 2020 wants to know, Cheryl, did you ever do courses or go up the bridge?
No, so this is the thing. So my mom I grew up with my mom because my parents split up, and she was, no, Scientology is weird, and it's weird and you shouldn't do it. And then whenever I spent time with my dad and my family, it's like in Lara's song, you're always throwing out a line for some healing for my mind. He always kept telling me how smart LRH was and how he'd figured everything out. He had the true, real. See, that's why I don't trust anyone that tells me they have the truth.
Exactly. Yeah.
The truth. He knew the truth. He was the only one that had figured it out for this whole galaxy. And then he used those words, and I was like, well, okay, Dad. So my dad, he wanted me to do it like the sign, just me get into it. Like, yes, I want to follow in your footsteps, Daddy. I want to do what you do. Well, I did my best to never be in a position to where I would be put on course. So I have fought my way through life till my dad's passing to never do any Scientology, which I didn't. The only Scientology I know is from my dad. He shared his with me, and I couldn't believe it. And then I also have, as you can see in the background here, I have a few e-meters. I've got 4 e-meters. Even Aaron asked me, he goes, have you ever turned them on and played with them? I'm like, no. And not because I think they're magical, but it's because I always tried to stay away from them. So no, I've never turned them on. I don't know if they work even. So no, I have never gone up the bridge. I learned it by osmosis through my dad. And it's horrible. Turned him into a horrible human.
Oh, are you originally from Scotland? Is that right?
Well, no, my dad was from Glasgow. My mom born in London. I was born in Washington, D.C.
Oh.
I'm very American, but I grew up in London for a bit. I lived in Scotland.
You have the accent.
I lived in Spain, yeah. So I've got a really weird accent because it's mixed. It's a mixture of so many different places. It's weird.
Yeah, Arkansas Flamingo. Yay, 2 of my faves. Oh, thank you, Arkansas.
I love Arkansas.
We'll rewatch the pink quilt after this. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. Oh, the pink quilt.
Yeah, that's the short.
I actually have your channel up. So if the mods can put the link in, everybody run, do not walk over to Feral Cheryl's channel and subscribe and like over there. You're streaming to your channel, I think, as well.
I am.
So get over there and give her some love. And do you mind if I play a couple of your shorts? Because I just love it. Okay. Okay. So this is the latest one. A little controversial, I guess, but I love it.
Hey, Aaron, it's just me up in your ass again. It's moist in here. I like what you did, though, since the hurricane. I like what you did with the place. It looks very nice. Oh, I found my hair scrunchie. I was looking for that. Oh, you left me a whole key lime pie in here?
Oh, my God.
What a narcissist. Anyway, all right. I'm ready. You ready for the, give me the orders of the day? Let's go.
Buddy. There was another one I saw this morning I thought was hilarious. Oh, I love this when you're getting ready to go out protesting.
Yeah.
I think it's this one.
Yeah. Do you see how I show up to protest Scientology? Very cutesy, very hydrated, very feral, very loud, very respectful, very demure. Now let's go revoke Scientology's tax exempt status.
I can't. Oh my God.
I love TikTok. It's so stupid.
These are great, though. Oh my God. Okay, wait, one more. All right. This is another one of my favorite. I found my favorite, but I love this one.
Emergency, paging Dr. B. Emergency, 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 emergency, paging Dr. B.
Yeah.
Did it go all the way through yet? I wasn't sure how long it was. Oh my God. It was great. I love the squirrel costume.
It's so fun to do freaking Scientology TikToks. Well, and if anyone goes into my TikTok, if anyone goes into my TikTok account, which by the way, I went viral and I have way more followers than Liz Gale even. You will see that I was doing Scientology videos back in the middle of the
Hey, Becky.
pandemic. Hey, pinche Becky, mi hermana. Like when I first came here to Florida, I did one where I'm stuck in the house with a Scientologist and I'm just screaming at the top of my lungs. So I was doing Scientology stuff before all of this kicked off.
Right.
I've been annoyed at Scientology since forever.
Oh yeah, I've seen your shorts for a long time. And Cindy Anglin, hi there. I normally don't post. I love when people come out of lurking. I love it. I have said a few things lately. Thank you for being a safe place. And that's on your channel. So your channel.
Thank you, Cindy. Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. We got Desert Dog sending you some hearts. Oh, it says that made no sense at all. Well, it's not supposed to.
Right. Not really supposed to.
Oh, have just discovered your TikTok. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oops. When I've been doing nun stuff and Scientology stuff since before I met anyone in here. And that's how I went viral. I did a nun TikTok and it was the scariest thing. Because up until then, I just was making stupid videos for me. Oh, look how stupid I am. Just making the little videos. And then all of a sudden, bing, 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 bing. It just went around and it went viral. And I got so scared, Marilyn. I turned the phone off and I threw it down and I was so scared.
You're linked to the TikTok. That's awesome.
Oh, God, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, more people in my TikTok. Yeah, let's go. Because I'm monetized in my TikTok and I don't use it. I'm not monetized here, so no one can call me a grifter.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I've been monetized for a long time. Listen, you ain't gonna get rich either way. That's for sure.
Hey, no, I want to get monetized now because you know what? This is how we make money nowadays. I'm an old lady. I'm poor and I need a retirement account. So yeah, if I'm going to get monetized, if people want to send me money, why not?
Yeah, boxes. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know about the boxes. Jesus Christ, what kind of ducky duck? What was that guy with Scrooge McDuck? What kind of Scrooge McDuck? You need boxes? I only need a little bag. I only need enough. I don't need that much. Jesus.
I'm happy if I can cover, the expenses for my channel and then have a little bit left over so I don't have to, use bill money for things that,
right.
That
Well, like if I go out to there's gas and that you got to buy a bottle of water and just stuff like that when you're out. I just wanted to cover what I'm doing. Get grifting, Cheryl. Yeah.
I want to be your first member. You got to get memberships because
I will still clap you if you do.
That'll be so much fun. You're gonna come up with some really good names, for your members.
Oh, good, because I'm going to need help with that. I'm willing to donate to Cheryl's Yarn Hoard. Tennessee Jenny, you're my gal. See, you're my people. I found my people.
I have been thinking about this. What do you think about this, Cheryl? Andrew Y says, comment off topic for now. Idea for hater. I would love to see a live where we discuss starting YouTube channels. I was thinking of that because you know what? You know what's really big right now is how-to videos for people over 50. And
Yes.
I don't know about your demographics, but a lot of mine are over 50 and a huge portion women, by the way.
Yeah.
We're talking about sexism here. Yeah. So I was thinking of trying to
No, that's a good idea. I think
I
we
don't know
should
how to
because
edit or anything, but I was thinking of just kind of talking about my own experience starting a channel at 50 something, you
no,
know?
that's a really good idea because and each of us has had a different experience putting our channel
Mhm.
together. So that's a really good idea. I like that. I might do that because I want to
Yeah.
try with the editing and stuff too. I got to
Helicopter, expensive bread. Oh, jeez.
well, it's secret under the, but yeah, Aaron's getting me a helicopter too. I asked him for a freaking pony, and he's like, "Well, you can only have a helicopter. We're just doling out helicopters because I'm bossy, and you're just getting a helicopter this week, so I can't get my pony. But I am getting a helicopter. It's coming.
Hey, beachcomber, you both can have some of my yarn. I'm drowning in it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you can
send
never
it.
have too much yarn.
Never.
Absolutely. All right, let me go through some of the starred ones. So Mischief Manager says, Cheryl, any new pluses from the DSR? So how has
Yeah.
it gone for you?
Okay, so and the thing is with these, because it's not like an overnight change. It's not like bing, things change all of a sudden. You realize them slowly. Okay, so one of the things, ever since I learned to drive since I was a teenager, I drive like this, up against the wheel, sitting forward. I drove to Miami for 2 weekends, 4.5 hours there, 4.5 hours back each time. I was sitting back, got my music going, singing. Yeah, having a good old time. I was just relaxed.
Really?
So it's it has changed my physiology. It's changed the fight or flight. It's taken away the fight or flight, the hypervigilance.
Yeah.
Now I still have some of it because my brain is wired that way since it's been that way since I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
So I can still see where the hypervigilance shows up. But I'm still very jumpy.
Yeah,
I still get
me too.
very
That's one of the main things. Poor Duncan, because I can't drive in the car. Like if I'm in the car with him, I'm like, oh my god, and like he comes up from behind me. If I'm in the bedroom, just so I don't hear because I'm sort of deaf in this ear. He comes behind me and says something. I'm like, ah! Like it's bad. It's really bad.
Oh no, my neighbor who I was expecting walked in and I almost punched her. I mean, it's really the hypervigilance is. Whew.
Yeah.
But it's
I was reading about it a couple days ago, and they were talking about like how it affects you in so many ways, and even the exhaustion, like physical. So someone who has like any autoimmune things like me, like fibromyalgia, sleep apnea, all the things, right? And then have that on top of it. Yeah, it's not fun.
So, and like you were talking about your sleep yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday you were talking to someone about how you don't sleep well? Well,
Yeah.
I've never slept a whole night either in my life. And since I've had these shots, I have been sleeping a little better. My sleep, I'm more tired. I feel a bit more comfortable going to sleep. Usually I lie down and my eyes open up and I'm just awake. It's just the hypervigilance. So the shots have helped me with that a little. They have helped with some of the pain. The pain isn't as deep. It's still there, but it's not. I used to get this really sharp pain in my neck and my shoulder that isn't there anymore. So anyway, this past week, I got a bit worried that the whole shot has just been blown, from being so upset and because I got really, really upset, really upset. And no, they haven't been blown. I'm still calm. I can still get upset because I have my traumas and I have my, the way I'm wired. But because I did so much therapy, I can become aware of things, of my behaviors or where my mind is going and do things to stop it, like chamomile tea, crochet, go for a walk in nature, take some nice deep breaths, do a little meditation, ring a bell.
Right.
Get away from people who are yelling and spitting at screens.
Yeah, those are all the things that I saw, when I was just researching it about the hypervigilance. I'm laughing because I always pronounce it wrong, but saying like get out of the house, just go into nature. Nature really helps. All the things, with the meditative things and therapeutic things that just be self-care really helps to kind of
Right.
dial down that trauma response.
Right. Well, it's neuroplasticity you're doing to yourself. You become aware of, oh, my brain isn't taking this moment very well. So you do something to change it. And so you look a different way. So that's neuroplasticity. That's you trying to rewire your trauma into a healthy outcome. And that's a very healthy way of dealing with stress and trauma.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, hey, Dianetics. Hey, Marisa. Good to see you, honey. Hi, Marilyn. I can only jump in for a few minutes. Cheryl's words about Scientology are spot on about feelings. Yeah, you really have a handle on it, having a parent that was one of the like devoted,
founding Scientology. I know there's a
right,
lot of them.
and
But he was one of the
fanatical about it, right?
Oh, absolutely. To the day he frickin' died. It was so interesting because, who was I watching too? They were talking about seeing spirits at the end of the life. Anyway, before, how in hospice they start seeing loved ones and stuff. Well, my dad would go, oh, there's all these people in here. And I'm like, who is it, Dad? Who is it? And he's like, I don't know, but there's just all these people in this elevator. And I'm like, oh, where you going? And he kept seeing himself in some kind of elevator that was going up sideways, like the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas on the pyramid. If you stay there and you stay in the pyramid, the elevator goes sideways. So at 4 o'clock in the morning, when you're going back to your room with your drink, you're sauced out of your brains and everything's going sideways. Oh my God, what the hell's happening? It's the funniest place to stay in Vegas. It really is. I don't know. I forgot what I was talking about.
Oh, about how your dad saw it.
Oh yeah, he kept seeing all these spirits, and usually people see their loved ones. Well, he's such a Scientologist; they didn't even come to get him.
My mom saw her grandma,
him.
lady with long gray hair.
Right. So I kept asking him, "Oh, is that Nana? Is that your mom?" And he's like, "No." He was really annoyed.
Thank you, Allie.
Oh, thank you, Ellie.
So sweet. Can I go back and read a few more? Like,
yes, please.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna have to skip around because there's like 45 left. But let's see. Joel McCoy. Hey there, Joel. Love you. When we have a big storm here, the cats have a party. We can't attend because we can't get under the couch. They have a party under the couch. I love it.
My cat didn't care. My last cat, he hated the weather here in Florida. This kitten,
really,
yeah.
And my hubby is, hey folks, just tuned in from the A-frame. That's about an hour ago. It's beautiful here tonight.
It looks really, I can't wait to stay there in my A-frame.
He's getting your A-frame. Yes, Charles.
With my helicopter.
Cheryl, yeah, right. You can just kind of, you're just coming from the helicopter.
Oh, Teddy Cathy, I love you. She's from here too. I met her.
How can we help you get monetized? Watch hours? Anything we could do? Well, you probably have the watch hours.
I have the watch hours. It's just they're not monetizing me because I haven't really been doing any edit. I really haven't been putting that much effort into my, because people have been scared to.
Have you looked into it? Because the only criteria you need to be fully monetized is 1,000 subs, which you have, and 4,000 watch hours, which I'm sure you have by now.
Got it.
So you just have to set up an AdSense.
I was chatting with the one person. This was a couple of months ago, and they're like, "Oh, just keep going." I'm like, "Okay, am I doing anything wrong?"
No, you just have to sign up.
Very sweet. I'm like,
we'll go backstage and we'll figure it out. You just have to set up an AdSense and all that, and you should, you should be able to do it pretty quickly. Now, they send you a code through the mail to verify, but it didn't take too long.
I haven't received that. Yeah, I haven't received that.
You just gotta sign up for that. That's all. And I actually got to talk to a person because I had trouble being in the holler with it, but it finally.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, my location didn't allow the first threshold, so I had to wait till I had everything. But it worked eventually.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, all right. Well, yeah. See, I'll get it eventually. Eventually, that would be nice if you can help me, Marilyn. I'd
Yeah,
appreciate
sure, I
it.
can do that. Doug, hey Doug, he was a good guy, good friend. We would do a Halloween scary movie night in the woods camping. Oh, watching scary movies in the woods at night is an experience.
Yes,
Yeah, I
all
watched
the
Single
sounds,
White Female. Remember, I told you I was watching that last night. It scared the crap out of me. I was like,
doesn't
I
it?
don't do well with horror movies, but someone said you got to watch this, so I was like, oh my god, I watched it. It was like extreme example of borderline personality disorder. I had never seen because I was in the cult in the 90s. That's when it came out. All these, kind of suspense
Oh,
movies.
right, right. So
Yeah,
you
I
missed
was
it
like,
back then. See, I saw it back then.
oh,
I
the first,
know.
the first fatality was like
Yeah,
the
no.
worst. Yeah, that was
Same
terrible.
as Giorgio said, I can't watch that one ever again. That one, I don't like the gore, the blood and gore movies. I don't like any of those movies. I do love a suspenseful movie, but that one, oh my God, that one's twisted. That one really, and The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, that one really did it to
Oh,
me
I
too.
haven't seen that one. Oh, George is
Oh,
something like that. Yeah.
oh, you want borderline personality? Yeah, watch that one. Oh,
Yeah.
that'll scare the crap out of you too. Oy.
Right. Because we're talking about cults here. George Massey, the Scientology is all about stripping people's humanity from the TRs all the way up to OT8. Absolutely. And that's my experience in my cult as well. I think cults in general do that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, yeah, it's a cult. It's the way they do things, huh? It's all cults kind of have that streak.
Well, yeah, like that stripping, kind of like taking away all of your individuality, your identity, and building you back up the way they want you to be.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Right.
my husband, he said cults dehumanize and devalue the individual. Corporations are not people. Cult organizations are not people. Only people are people and have value. Yeah, there you go. And
Abso-freaking-lutely. A round
again,
of
this is
applause.
an hour ago. Hey, Jerry.
There's Jerry. Hey,
I'm glad
Jerry.
you're okay, Jerry. Love ya. He's a good.
He's
Do you know that Sarasota Jerry was my very first person I reached out to the day I made my channel? So that was like almost a year and a half ago now. It was like June 13th of 2023. I found him on Facebook and I was like, because I saw his his videos that he did about Tampa Brad. And I
right.
thought they were hilarious. And I was like, hi, I'm Marilyn. I just made a channel. I was like, because he had said hi a few times on our Nutty Never End thing. And I was like, do you think you could come on my channel someday? And it was like, it took like a year, but he finally did.
He
But I was
is.
like, he was the
Wait.
first guest I asked. And he's like, I gotta get this microphone and that. And finally he did.
He's
But he was-
he's so lovely. He's such a nice, and he's hilarious. Whenever Jerry's around, he's gonna rip a zinger. Something's gonna come out of him that you're just gonna and lose it. He's so funny. He really is. I love the way
He's got
says
the dry humor. Oh my god, guys! If you haven't seen his original videos, that were hilarious about the OnlyFans and his wife supposedly, and about the earrings and oh my god, the Valentine's Day one, that was my favorite. The Valentine when they're supposedly in the truck.
Oh, I don't
Do you
remember
remember
one.
that joke? Okay, I
No.
don't want to give it away, but go back
Right.
and watch that, guys. You will not be disappointed.
Yes,
His-
Sarasota Jerry is single. Yes, he is.
Oh, ready to mingle. All right.
Oh, A Quiet Place, Kate. Oh, I don't know if I can
Hey,
watch that
Eric.
one.
Great to see you, friend.
Eric. Love
Good
Eric
morning.
Rader.
Oh, it's not morning anymore. It's almost afternoon there.
Him and his freaking stapler. I need to get one of those staplers. I want the stapler. I want a stapler. Watch the ring.
stapler?
Oh, I know that one looks.
Duncan took. I had one of those red staplers, like in office space. I think Duncan has it.
And his name was Milton. And they took his stapler. I'm like, someone give his stapler back so this hurricane will go away.
Yeah, like Marilyn and
5 miles
Farrell.
away from Sarasota, and you're single?
Did I
Sorry,
read that comment from Doug? I forgot. He's telling you to watch something. Oh, 5 miles away from Sarasota, Jerry. I'm saying, all right then.
Let's get Jerry a date.
Sorry. Oh, no, that's probably a really bad idea. I thought, we could do some kind of dating game.
Oh my God. Oh.
Like SPTV.
Yeah, no, I'm really bad at that whole world, so I don't think I'd be good as a what do we as a
Oh,
yenta? I'd be an awful yenta.
I have the best brisket recipe.
Oh no, then you're coming to
No,
my house.
I know I haven't made it yet. Now it's making me hungry. Damn. Jerry single. Yeah. Watch out, Jerry.
Blake Balaka's here. Hello, darling.
Hey, Blakey. Love you. Love you.
There
All
was a
right. I have
short
so many
opening.
stars. This is crazy. All right. I'm gonna try to let's do a lightning round here. All right.
Yeah.
Journey 2020. No voice of thought of your own, but we have a voice and a thought of our own now, right? I think we were talking about narcissism and stuff. Ace and we are bonded by similar trauma.
See? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we have
Mm.
love for the community, and we keep coming back.
Yep. Absolutely.
Even if we're not physically around each other, there's this emotional thing that we, it's that parasocial thing. And I really enjoy it. I love the people in here in this
Yeah.
community.
I made a lot of great friends, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. Shanty, the hard part for any therapist is to figure out if you're twisting reality because the patient can sound completely rational.
Yes. And when we're in therapy, so many things are hurting, and we want them to see our pain that we put a lot of blame on other events or other people going through therapy.
Mhm.
And it's in doing the shadow work. The work within is where you come out with a breakthrough.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh my
absolutely.
God. The dad jokes. They just keep coming. I love it. My dog keeps drawing on my walls. Bloody labradoodle.
Okay, sometimes I'm just lurking, but every time James he's kept me laughing this past week so hard.
He did it the other day. I can't remember. It was slightly dirty, a little bit naughty, but it was hilarious. Oh, I know. It was about Halloween.
How did
James, if
Tina
you're still
break
in the
his
chat,
toilet? He's satin on it. Oh my God, that I don't know why. That one, I don't know why. It was so stupid. It's had me going for days now. Thank you, James.
hey, Melissa. This is my two babes. Aw. We got to do this more often. This is so much
Yes,
fun.
you should. Yeah.
I feel like there's so many things that we can talk about that we haven't touched on yet. You know,
I know, exactly.
Yeah. This is the good point. I always sing my Sharona. My Sharona. I'm so glad that mental health is finally becoming more mainstream in younger generations. Seeking professional help or even self-help is so important. Even if some won't seek it, at least others. I don't know if I have the second one. I'm sure I do. But okay, well, I'll look for it. Anyways. But it's true though. I mean, this is
Yeah.
Sharona. What is destroying him going for? Oh, okay, that's another one. But yeah,
Right.
I think I'm glad that it's more just like talking about anything, trauma, and the family secrets that used to happen. In our generation, the terrible things that used to happen in families, and even mine. Don't say
Yes.
anything about it. Now we're able to talk about our trauma and abuse, and have it dealt with.
And when you're growing up and you don't understand your own emotions and feelings, you need guidance from people who will set you on the right path for your own mental well-being. When you grow up with narcissists or with Scientologists,
Mhm.
that's not going to happen. You're going to be still fighting your way through trying to figure out really what is real because you've been gaslit about your own self. So,
Yeah. And honestly, okay, I'm going to bring this up and I don't want it to become a big thing, but when someone comes to me or comments, and I've had emails, comments, messenger, texts, people tagging me, people in saying, and I'm like, if all these people are saying that Aaron's such a horrible person, that wait until he can discard you, and it's like, I don't even really feel like I care, like, not that I don't care, but it's like, I don't feel like I'm in a vulnerable position where if, say Aaron doesn't talk to me for a week or 2 weeks or whatever, never ask me on his channel again, it'll be okay with me because I'm not looking for that. I'm not expecting anything. So
Right.
it's like, I don't get it. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, am I crazy? Like, I feel like I'm being gaslit. Either that or I'm completely deceived because I never saw out when I started doing these, streams about truth teller type things. about things that were on my mind about nonprofits and all that. Had nothing to do with Aaron. You know,
Right.
I've never set out to defend him. I happen to have, a lot of trolls that don't like him, not like me, because they think that I'm his flying monkey. But it's just, I know it's not true. But at the same time, it's like, am I the crazy one? Like, that's gaslighting, right? When there must be
Totally.
something wrong with me because I don't see it and everybody else is telling me you
That's
just
gaslighting.
that's mean. Like, stop telling me that.
It is. It is. Like, people are saying all these things, like people made up stuff about me. Well, of course, I'm just watching those, just like float by. Where are they getting that information from? How are they coming up with any of this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, am I missing something? I just don't.
Am I
No.
missing something? Did one of us say something that wasn't? Where did this all come from? Because there's a whole bunch of people attacking us with that same narrative. It's coming from one place. It's probably 20% OSA trolls and 80% cult groupies. I didn't come up with that term for nothing. Staff may be nice. Well, see, she might be. I'm pretty sure her husband. She's married.
Jodi Arias, yeah, that's a good point.
Jodi
There's a
Arias
limit
was
on
loving
putting up
too.
with insanity. Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
and so Jeffrey Dahmer, I'm sure his mom loved him. She wasn't aware he was going around eating people's, and I'm sure she still loved him. So there's two things can coexist at once on this planet. Everything isn't black or white. Black or white is very Scientology thinking. They don't even go for the gray. Real, you got to think of the blue, green, yellow, pink, and orange too. Life
Right.
is a spectrum. You can't. Everything isn't just black or white.
Yeah, and believe me, I've got like my antennas are up and my ears are open and my eyes are open. I'm like, poor Aaron, because I'm like staring at him like a
No, well, is this upsetting him? It's kind of
and I'm like,
upsetting me. Is he upset? Like, I'm sure this is upsetting him. It's
oh, he
freaking
doesn't
nuts.
matter because he's there. He's a successful. I'll take this down because I'm not
He's
speaking
so
for Maurice
arrogant.
here. But yeah, I think that it is a lot of it's OSA and groupies and people that are just like fueling. We're out here bearing our hearts, and even the second gens and even the ones I don't agree with at the moment that have kind of attacked me. My heart goes out to all of them because
Mine
they've been through a
too.
lot of trauma, and now they're sitting there like Marisa says a lot is like almost like a exhibit at a zoo. It's like people are staring at you and being like, oh, interesting, fascinating. No, they're all people. We're all people.
Yes, we're all human beings. Can we act like one? That would be nice. Yeah, no, I love all of them. I don't know why they're all coming at me. I don't really understand that because they all fuel my battery. They all make me want to put my Dr. Martens on and go out there and protest some more. So I respect them. I respect whatever they need to put out there. Their videos are their videos, whether I like what they have to say or not. I'm not going to say what you got to say, get it all out there. But do we have to be freaking mean?
Yeah. That's something that I was, thinking about is like this whole, and I've said it, we talked about the last couple of weeks, we talked about things like black and white thinking and like an eye for an eye, this whole extreme, like just go for the jugular, just say the worst thing. And I don't know. I was always, maybe because I was Pentecostal. It's like, if you're upset, you don't really show it. You're kind of like almost like fuck you with the cherry on top. Like, well, bless your heart. I'll pray for you. Oh my God, that's the worst insult. When someone says, "I'll pray for you," what? You don't be praying for me, because like, oh, you poor thing. I'll pray for you.
Well, it's condescending, isn't it? The way it's said, right? It's kind of a very patronizing way of telling them.
Oh, honey. Oh, yeah, I'll pray for you.
You're not right. There's something wrong with you. And I'm so perfect. And I'll do something about it. I'll help you.
Right. So instead of this, like, you're a piece of shit. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. What happened? I'll pray for you,
No, and I'm sorry. I've got to mention that, Marilyn. That was very upsetting to me. And anyone put a 1 in the comments if it upset you too. Calling you a piece of shit, like outright, just like that. I'm sorry, that was wrong. That's some bullshit right there. You no,
Thank you.
yeah.
Well, it was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
It
thank you.
hurt.
See? That was disgusting. That is unnecessary. That to me is Scientology behavior. That's what my daddy would do about everyone he didn't want me to speak to. You dead agent them. Oh, she's a hoe. He does this. He does that. They talk about people. That's it. So in the end, I wasn't allowed to talk to any one of the neighbors. I was stuck in the house with this lunatic for 4 years. That's what they do. They just want to shut you up. No one's going to shut me up. No one's going to shut Marilyn up. We're not speaking for anyone. And neither of us are a piece of shit. Certainly not Marilyn.
Well, I'm just not used to being called that. And I was like, whoa, like,
Well, it's
and then
very
I'm upset, like, what did
disrespectful.
I do? And oh my God. And I thought I was friends with this person a day ago, and I don't understand. And I was like, okay, yeah, I guess it is maybe a knee-jerk reaction, but it really did hurt. And it almost like made me think, well, maybe I should just go away, and I'm not going to do it, but I think that, okay, who does this make happy when we're at each other's throats? When we're saying it makes Scientology happy, it makes OSA happy, it makes the
Yeah.
trolls happy, it makes the cult groupies happy, it makes the popcorn eaters happy, like, oh no, and it doesn't make us happy,
Well, it's
So why are we
unnecessary,
doing
Marilyn.
this?
I'm sure there's other things they could say about you, but that was absolutely effing unnecessary. And I don't want to get all London on everyone, but that one that upset me. That really upset me this week, because you don't deserve to be called things like that. Anyway, so yeah.
Well, I'm sure it was just lashing out. And the thing is it's, I don't think it's fair if you're friends with somebody, like who's pressuring. Like, I don't feel that from Aaron. I don't feel like he's saying you can't talk to this one or that one. People that are doing video after video, he's never made me feel like I couldn't talk to them. And he
Right.
knows that I do. I try to keep at peace with everyone,
Exactly. Like, I mean, he's even, he's said stuff that I don't like or agree with. Everyone else has. Everyone deserves to be able to voice their own pain or trauma or experience. And everyone else needs to give us a little grace for doing so.
Yeah.
And
okay.
So the one thing I wanted to do,
disrespecting them, just stay away. Just stay away,
it's expectations. It's false expectations. Okay, so I joined a cult, and in my cult, I learned this, and it's very true. I'm going to share some other cult stuff with you guys. This was Landmark, the forum. Expectations. So, but this really, to me, makes sense in life. An expectation is how I want an event to go, or I want someone, how I want someone to behave. That's my expectation of who they are or what's about to happen. I'm placing all these expectations on things and people. So when they don't do what I want, now I lash out at them. Well, it has nothing to do with them. It's a me problem. It has nothing to do with them. They're just doing their thing. I'm the one creating my own chaos by having an expectation towards someone. Now, that one took me a while to figure out, because I'm like, but we all have to have expectations, right? Just chew on that one for a bit, because everyone is assigning Aaron. He should have released all this information on Louis Repetto. He didn't know Louis Repetto. He didn't know. He'd heard stuff. I've heard stuff about people. I'm not going to come out there and start doing
not after that.
and I'm not going to start. Right. They're assigning him. Why aren't you doing videos talking about this, Aaron? Why aren't you doing videos talking about that, Aaron? Why are you talking about? These are people's own expectations they're placing on him. Aaron is just doing his own thing that he's been doing for 9 years, whether I agree with what he does or not. I've been watching him for 9 years, though, so that will tell you right there. But I don't agree with everything he's put out. Sometimes he said things that have upset me. But I'm not placing my expectations on him for him to do. If I want something done, I'll do it myself. I'm not going to place my expectations on him. And that's what a lot of people are doing. Well, he's not doing it right. He should be doing this. People are putting their expectations on us protesters. Well, they're not doing it right because she talked to a Sea Org member like that, and she chased one. and then she smiled at one, and then she scratched her ass. But you're sitting there typing at me? Why don't you get up and get out there and do it? Don't tell us how to do it. Stop placing your expectations on other people, because
Right.
you are going to be let down over and over and over again in life, because
Right.
your expectations aren't always going to come through, and you're just going to be let down.
Yeah, and this whole movement has like different aspects, different people, different personalities, different priorities. And I was thinking too, all the different layers of like friendship, and there was another comment from
Right.
Marisa I wanted to
Different
put up
layers
about
of friendship.
yeah, like this whole thing with the foundation versus friendship. It's like,
Right.
can I can separate the two, you know? And
Right.
Marisa says, I'm not saying I agree with everything that's going on, but Aaron and Nora have known each other for 30 years. If anyone has a right to a public fight, it's them. It's not a leadership thing. That's all. Right. It's a friendship thing. They can do whatever they want as far as having their
Totally.
stuff. That's them. Right. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by it, Marisa, but what I get out of that is that it's not a matter of like, who's the leader or what, they're two friends that had a falling out.
Right.
Whatever.
There's
And
no leaders here. No
No,
one's a
and
leader
there's
here. And people are placing expectations on him to be a leader. He's not a leader, and he doesn't want to be. No one's a leader here.
and I'm not
Now,
choosing sides. I'm not saying like
no,
believe me,
neither am I.
I mean, no one's perfect. Like I said the other day, the way I feel is like we're all right and we're all wrong in some way,
Right. They've been
So
friends for over 30 years. They know each other in a way that we don't know. We haven't seen them, but they've known each other. That's a long time to know someone. So
Mhm.
they've got beef probably from other little things from years ago, just things that stick in your head, and eventually they all come out at once. Now, what I don't agree with, though, and I think this is just because I'm an old lady now. When I was younger, I would have wanted to do this very publicly because, you have to hear me. But now that I'm an old lady, more like, rein it back. They should take that private. No one else in here needs to see that crap. I don't want to know why they're fighting. They're friends for 30 years. They need to go deal with that shit themselves. It's none of my business. Now, they're doing it publicly. Okay, Nora's doing it public. Well, no, he has to. He's
Yes,
clapped
too.
back.
Yeah.
He has clapped back, yes. What I don't agree with is her, like I said to her in the chat, pulling other people in. She's pulling other people in that have nothing to do with her and Aaron's beef. Nothing. For example, Marilyn, Natalie, and me. We have nothing to do with that beef. She's mad at Aaron. And because we have that SPTV thing somewhere, they think that we're up his ass and that we're messaging with him all day long. Oh, Aaron, look what you
That's
did.
true.
We're not. We don't. We message each other. Rarely just jokey, funny things and love and support.
Yeah.
We don't sit there all day.
If anything, these things bring us closer, these issues. It's like,
They
I'm like,
do.
are you okay? Are you okay? Oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
just checking.
Because
Yeah.
I've had so much, like Dusty this morning, but on his way to work, calling me just to check on me. Are you okay? People who are being called names right now. So this is why I need people to keep their expectations to themselves and their own trauma dumps. And let's all show each other a little love and a little support, because that's what we're here for. And if not, then get the fuck out. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everyone has a right to defend themselves. I mean, yeah, I agree with that. I think
Right.
that, yeah, I mean, doesn't feel fair to me when someone does 5, 6 whole videos about somebody, and they say something for 15 minutes and they're a monster. It just
Right.
doesn't feel fair. And it's like the other day I was like, okay, if I'm going to be accused of doing entire videos about it and never mention anyone's name, here we go. Gloves are off. Because I was called a piece of shit. That didn't feel good. And
That was out of order completely. Yeah. And I like anyone to show me, point at my videos or my TikToks, any of them where I am speaking for Aaron on anything. That I want anyone to show me, bring up one of my videos where I am talking down any of the never ends, any of the second gens, any of the first gens. Show me, bring it up, and show me where I have spoken for Aaron badly about other people. And you won't find it because it ain't there. just so you don't waste your time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel any like hate or animosity. I care about all of them. I really do. But there comes a time and I'm like, no more. I'm not putting up with this. It's not right. And I
No.
would be doing exactly what I'm being accused of being a yes man and a doormat and a
Right.
manipulated woman, a weak little woman. If somebody can call me those names and I don't say anything,
See,
you
this
know,
is right. People have got me wrong. Yeah, I'm a traumatized individual. I'm a half-broken individual, put back with gold, kintsugi style. But don't ever get it twisted. I am not soft. I have street smarts, which is something some of these ex-Scientologists don't have. I have friggin' street smarts. I grew up in the street. There's a reason. Feral. I didn't just bring up feral because it rhymes with Cheryl. I was a latchkey kid. I'm very feral.
I'm sorry, that was funny. Someone said, "Where is she?" There's another Cheryl.
Oh, my other
Cheryl.
Cheryl. Hi.
Hey, Cheryl from Hey, Cheryl from non-feral Cheryl.
We do that a lot back and forth. I love that. So someone
ahead, I'm
told me a
sorry.
couple of days ago, oh, I got a little text. Oh, you need to take time away from the internet. No, don't tell me what to do. Don't. I'm not
Look
soft.
at George
I
down there.
may be traumatized. I may have suicidal ideation right now, but I'm not soft. No, I'm not going to take time away from anything. In fact, if anything, I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Oops, look what you did.
Pinche Becky. In all fairness, Cheryl, you were up Aaron's ass. Just
Well,
saying.
I was.
I mean,
and
we
it was
witnessed
all
it.
there. I mean, there's key lime pie in there. Are you kidding? When a girl's going to have a little sugar treat, oh, coming in.
I
Make
think
way.
that was the thing. That was the thing that kind of like made us both, laugh the other night when you were so upset and I called you. I'm like, "Are you okay?" And then I got upset because you were upset. And then we just started talking about funny ideas for shorts.
And see, creativity is healing. Laughter and
We're
creativity
making
is
fun
very
of
healing. When
poor
people
Aaron.
do
We're
it,
picking on
yeah.
him wicked bad. That one string, like, look at your lights are like very symmetrical, and his is like some kind of green stucco, and he's got one really sad string of Christmas
Right.
lights.
That's your Christmas lights. Like, where you live in Oakland? What's going on here? It's Clearwater. No, that was, I know. And so they're having a go at him for sitting on his own porch in his own house, having a drink and a cigar. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why is no one saying anything about that ratty string of lights?
That was I was most offended by that ratty string of lights. I'm just
Me
saying.
too. Me too. Thank you.
What is up with that?
Like, take care of your lights. You need to take care of your lights. Oh,
Please
God.
do. Please do. All right. We won't get to all of these. Oh, wow, we've been already going for an hour and 45 minutes. Holy crap.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just really, yeah. We gotta do this
Well,
more often. I want to
we had
crochet
a
with
lot
you
to
more and
say.
stuff.
I know, me too. Yeah, we had a lot to say. We did have a lot to say. So,
Mhm.
hey, Erica. The
Hey.
lights. It's like he's not even trying. Exactly.
Oh, here's a question from Doug.
Can therapy
Question,
trigger
can-
bad
yeah.
behavior from ex-Scientologists after a session? Can it trigger? Well, yes. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. When you go into therapy and you start talking deeply, it starts off slow and then boom, it starts to pick up pace because all of a sudden you hit something. You hit the abyss, the edge of the abyss, and you're standing there looking at all that. You have to relive everything. So you're back in it. And that brings up all the feelings, all the, like it's an engram, as they say in Scientology, all the perceptics. You have all the feelings, all the emotions. You feel the sense of loneliness. All of it comes back. All of it comes back at once. So some people, it's really hard to deal with. It just depends how much trauma you have and what you're dealing with. But you trauma dump, you start lashing out because you've got to get it out of you. And if people don't know healthy ways, they will start drinking or doing drugs or popping pills or things like going for a walk, like locationals, not touching the wall, but breathing, going outside, getting away from your current situation, breathing, like being good to yourself, understanding, being aware of when you are so upset and you feel like you just want to end it all. No, that's just the feelings coming out. You're okay. You're actually okay. You're exactly where you meant to be. You're in the right spot. You're exactly in the right spot. And it's going to come. Just keep it up. Just keep going through. Just keep going through that pile of shit. And then boom, you come out. And then you go through and then you get a breakthrough. And then it feels good again. But sometimes those periods can last weeks. They can last days until you get to the next session and you finally hit that breakthrough. Or they can last months like mine did. And I was spiraling out of control. And this was in therapy. I was 5150 while I was going to a psychiatrist and a therapist. That's when I was 5150. Not all the other times that I try to unalive myself and do stuff. No, it was when I was in therapy was the worst. And this is why I know I should probably do some more therapy, but I know how hard it is and the work it takes. Yeah. So sometimes you lash out because you have to get it out from inside of you and you don't understand it. And that's what happens with people. I did that to people. I did that. So I see what she's doing. And it upset me that she pulled me into hate and inconsistency and unbalance, because I've got myself pretty freaking balanced. It took me a long time to get here. I wear bracelets to cover up the scars. She needs to fucking just hear that and stop it. She needs to stop it. If not, I'm going to do a video about her. She's not going to fucking like that one.
Well, yeah, nobody wants that.
So, yeah, going through therapy.
You're tough, yeah.
It doesn't, you walk in and you walk out, oh, I feel better. That was great. No, you walk in and you walk out, and it takes weeks or months sometimes to get through something that you don't even understand. That's just tearing you up inside, and you're in fight or flight mode.
Right.
You're just looking at everyone. Arr.
I'm just working through it. Yeah. Well, you're in big trouble today. I don't know, Cheryl. F you. I love Oakland. I was born there.
Then Club Brain Fog. You know what I'm talking about specifically. I have nothing but love for Oakland. My brother lived in Berkeley. I love Oakland so much. Take care of your life. Amen. If you want to get shit right in life, take care of your life.
Like, he's not even trying. I know.
Oh my God.
Gritty G, I don't like pie that much. Gritty G, she said she knows that I'm not a piece of shit because she knows shit because she made all those
right?
emojis up. She made the dung heap.
See, so she knows. She understands.
She my phone's blowing up. I think my mods are like going crazy. Sorry, guys. I know we probably had some trolls in here. Yeah. Oh, I love Doug. I walk in pain, and being here, I'm not alone.
Exactly. I walk in pain. So does Marilyn. We are in physical pain every day. My mental pain only comes back when people set it over. But so yeah, let's hold each other's hand here while we're all in pain together and have a giggle.
I'm getting emotional, but it's so true. It's like I think we help each other.
You guys, I say it sometimes. I'm just looking, and you guys have me crying just from the love and the support that I see in each other. Not even given to me, that's what I needed in my life, and I thank all of you for it.
Yeah. Oh, I've just been kind of skipping around all the different comments. There's some that are like from an hour and a half ago, but they're still really good. Stay serious because they're talking about him being a Karen. Aaron does not have the right haircut to be a Karen. Yeah, he doesn't have that.
No, he doesn't. He has a shiny
orb. The party in the
he has a shiny orb. That's not a Karen thing.
I can think of so many great costumes for him. He was talking about dressing up as Prison Reese. I'm like, oh, that would be really funny if Reese dressed up as Danny Masterson and he dressed up as Prison Reese. Or get him
Yes.
a Karen wig and he could be a, yeah. he could
He's
be a
got one
Karen.
of the outfits already. Yeah.
Dang, that Karen's such a mean, generous, thoughtful jerk. Yep.
Capricious Caroline. Sorry, hold on a minute. Get a stylist.
Okay. I'm not in the Cheryl, get a stylist.
I used to work in fashion. I think I have pretty good fashion sense. I just wear black and tell everyone they're a C word. That's my thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't very nice. I've seen that handle all over the place, calling everyone else trolls while being a troll. So goodbye.
He has said some things about me in that other chat that actually
Bye.
telling me to get a stylist is the nicest thing she said. Oh, Kelly, hello, love. Hello, darling. Good evening.
Good to see you, darling.
Yeah. Telling me to get a stylist is the nicest thing she said all week, actually.
Well, there you go. There you go. I think you have lots of style.
Thank you.
Cheryl is the cool sister. I love her style. Yes. You are
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Ooh, guys.
All right. Let's see if there's any more comments. Oh, I've been sitting for a long time. I got to walk around in a minute.
I know my
All
butt actually is numb. It's got that. It's doing that.
All right. Tingly.
Yeah.
All right. We'll let George wrap this up. Do you, Steph? Joke him if they can't take fuck. He says, joke them if they can't take a fuck. That's right.
They are
That's
jokes.
right, George,
They have been jokes.
Wow. This has been so much fun. I'm sorry for anyone I didn't read your question. There's still lots of questions. Please show Feral Cheryl some love over at her channel. Let's see. The handle is at Feral Cheryl on the loose. We all love that. And you are live streaming right now. Give her a like and a subscribe. That would be amazing. We love you, Cheryl. And
Thank you, Marilyn.
let's
Love
do this
you
again
too.
soon. I'd like to make this a regular, at least once a month. I miss you.
Yes, there's another thing I'd like to that I think would be a really interesting chat. I'll message you when we're done here.
Okay, yeah, I thought of some things too when you were talking. So, all right, everybody, this has been amazing. Thank you so much. And I'm looking for the outro. And have a great day, everybody. Have a great weekend. And we'll talk to you later. Bye. Xenu, Marlene, everybody partake. Cheers. This is good coffee. This is why, my hubby makes the coffee.